Hey, good morning, team. Good to be with you guys. Today is part 4 of Cultivating a Healthy Ministry. And today we want to talk about planning. So far we've talked about vision, conviction, goal setting, and today we want to talk about planning and why do we need to plan in youth ministry? Why do we need to plan in our own lives? And this is the thread that I want to run with this morning. Goals without a plan will fail. Goals without a plan will fail. If you get nothing else from this video, I want you to run with that. Speaking first from the youth ministry standpoint, we have goals that we want to accomplish this year. You know, some of the goals that I've set, want to have a leadership handbook by the end of this month. By the end of summer, want to have a guest follow-up system. Want to have a new believer follow-up system, want to have classes that they can go through. What does that look like? By the end of this year, I want to be able to say that we are a family-oriented ministry that has parents involved communication-wise somehow, so that we're not just a silo of just a youth ministry, but somehow we bridge the gap with parents. We partner with parents because, truth be told, we only have a small voice in students' lives. I think sometimes we kid ourselves and think that we have this like huge voice, which in some students' lives we do, but for the majority, we only see these students an hour and a half in the week, and their parents are the majority, are the largest influence as far as voice speaking into their life. And so, how do we partner with parents? And so, you know, those are all goals that I would like to see happen this year, and I'm going to do everything to make possible. But those goals will never be attained if we don't have a plan. The goal can be as specific as you want to be, put a timetable to it, but if we never put into effect a plan of how we're going to accomplish it, it's never going to happen. And this is often a spot where people fail in their goals, because this part takes time. There's frustration involved in this step sometimes, because when you realize what it's actually going to take to accomplish these goals, sometimes that can be overwhelming. Sometimes it can feel like, man, I don't know if I actually want to put in that time. And so as we begin to plan this stuff out, we think, man, my goodness, is this actually going to work? And, you know, just what I'm finding in youth ministry, that's a good spot to be. It stretches us, makes us uncomfortable, pushes us beyond our comfort zone, allows us to engage that faith aspect. Okay, God, this is bigger than us. This is bigger than me. This is bigger than our youth ministry right now, but we believe that you want to do this. So here's our end result. Now help us work backwards and help us plan that. And what does that look like? And what are certain mile markers that we need to hit? And then once we set those mile markers, what's the plan for getting there? And when we hit that one, okay, what's the next leg of the race that we're supposed to hit? And so plans can become overwhelming, but a goal without a plan will always fail. You know, I think about Jesus. You know, he came to this earth knowing exactly what he was going to do. He had an end goal. And he had a plan. You know, Jesus never wandered aimlessly. You know, as we read through the scriptures, he was very intentional about where he went, why he went there, and what he did. His 3 years of ministry were very focused. He didn't come to this planet with no plan in mind. He came and he said over and over and over, you know, I came not to condemn this world, but to save this world. When talking to the Pharisees, he told them over and over, I cannot heal people who don't think they're sick. I can only heal the sick, therefore take off the blindfold. You know, Jesus was very intentional about everything he did. He knew his end goal was to get to the cross. And there were 300 and some odd messianic prophecies about him, and he fulfilled every single one. That in and of itself proves he had a plan to do exactly what he said he was going to do. Jesus didn't just come and give us fluff. I mean, Jesus is the ultimate example of a man with a plan who fulfilled every single goal, fulfilled everything he said he would do. And I think that serves as an amazing example to us. We must be people with a purpose. We must be people with a plan. We are not supposed to wander this life aimlessly. We're not supposed to just take life as it comes. No, let's grab life by the horns and let's do this together. Let's lead by example like Jesus. Let's be people with a plan. Love that we have goals, but man, let's attach plans to those goals, and let's see that stuff be conquered. You know what I'm saying? And so, goals without a plan will always fail. And so, let's not get to that spot as a leadership team. Let's not get to that spot as individuals. And so, I would love for you guys to just kind of build off of last week. You know, if you didn't get a chance to post your goals from last week, you know, if you can post goals and then attach a plan to it. You know, it doesn't have to be super in depth, but just something we can hold each other accountable to as a leadership team. You know, if, for example, if I wanted to read 12 books this year, you know, a plan that I could attach to that is, hey, I want to read one book a month because conveniently there are 12 months in a year and I want to read 12 books. Therefore, I'm going to read one book a month. Okay, that's a plan. And so let's hold it. Let's throw that stuff out there. Let's be accountable to each other, and let's move forward. Thank you guys for everything you do in cultivating a healthy ministry. And so let's do everything we can to be planners and to be active, be go-getters, and I'll leave it at that. Love you guys. Bye.